So our first candidate, Joseph Naham. He's a congressional candidate for the 4th District in Nassau, Long Island, New York. Joseph is a sanitation boat captain for the town of Hempstead, a husband, a stay-at-home dad who managed to give his son a loving attention while organizing for the Green Party. And since we work in New York together, I can attest to that directly. Joey's Green Party positions include Green Party of Nassau County chairperson, a delegate to the Green Party of New York, and a National Committee alternate delegate for New York. He's also a board member of Long Island's not-for-profit farmers market, Beach to Bay Civic Environmental Committee co-chair, an avid gardener, and endorsed by the Long Island activists. Joey.
Okay. Good morning. Thank you to the organizers of the Green Party Presidential Nominating Convention for inviting me to speak here with you. It has been a long-standing Sephardic tradition of my family to service others. I fought to improve our community's groundwater systems away from toxic plumes, saltwater intrusion, and E. coli. I fought to help save our surface water ecosystems from plastic, raw sewage, dioxins, and other calamitous pollutants. But while I've done everything I can at home, the status quo in Washington has been just that, a status quo. I am running for Congress because I am renting the earth from my children. I, as a father in our community, know how challenging it is to provide safe, constructive experiences for children during a pandemic. Parents cannot compromise on healthy and peacefully stimulating environments to transition our families to. Most of our government officials have been assuming the status quo is the answer you need. Governor Cuomo won't enact the stock transfer tax, which would provide $8 billion to needed local school districts following the revenue loss caused by the pandemic. Cuomo doesn't want to raise taxes on his billionaire contributors and has avoided any discussion about the stock transfer tax solution. Instead, he is cold-heartedly betting on low and middle-income people living in frontline communities, picking up the tab instead of the profiteering billionaires. Congresswoman Kathleen Rice has voted in support of every military budget increase, voted unfavorably in response to Trump's increasing authority over the military, and has never signed on to the Green New Deal. If elected, I will serve our people in ways that most people never have the courage to. If elected, I will prescribe a COVID-19 economic stimulus package that embraces the Green New Deal, a commitment to transition to zero greenhouse gas emissions by 2030, combined with an economic bill of rights that raises the living standards for all Americans. This would include a guaranteed living wage job and income, single-payer health care, and the right to quality housing and free education, including college. A recent study by Oxford University shows that a green economic stimulus is far more cost-effective in creating jobs than traditional infrastructure projects. Climate change poses an existential threat to the future of life on the planet. The two corporate parties have wasted the last 3 decades. We need to radically transform our country's energy and political system in the next decade. The House Democratic leadership this week proposed another 3 decades for a partial reduction in emissions, while the GOP focuses on protecting the profits and wealth of the fossil fuel industry and the financial backers. Even more progressive Democrats like AOC have failed to call for a halt in new fossil fuel infrastructure or a ban on fracking. The Democrats still focus on increasing profits for private investors with schemes like carbon capture and sequestration and promotion of biomass, helping factory farming. In 2012, our city of Long Beach, New York was inundated with raw sewage, and tens of thousands of us were displaced as a result of Superstorm Sandy. Democrats just give this issue lip service, including the need to help third world countries survive the crisis industrial polluting nations have caused. Mind you that low income and frontline communities have always been disproportionately and negatively impacted by this perpetuating climate crisis, COVID-19, and police brutality. If elected, I will fund our Green New Deal proposals with a 75% cut in the military budget, higher taxes on the wealthy, and a robust carbon tax starting at least $40 a ton. And I hope that you share this campaign and join us as we raise high the banner of social justice principles, protecting the quality of our environment and human rights to change the world now. Please join our cause at josephnaham.com.
Thank you, Joseph.